Hey guys, I'm Ava, and over the last 7 or 8 months, I've been traveling Pakistan pretty thoroughly. I've seen pretty much the entire country from north to south and east to west. I've been to quite a lot of places. Whenever I tell my friends from abroad about Pakistan, they are almost always surprised. Because when you think Pakistan, you don't immediately follow up that thought with, oh, my next perfect summer destination. In fact, you probably think, it's pretty dangerous out there, isn't it? I've made this vlog to prove you wrong. Because in this vlog, speaking from the experience of having seen so many places here, from having met so many people here, and having gathered so many stories, I want to debunk some of the most common myths that surround Pakistan. And through that, I want to give you a more accurate picture of what Pakistan is actually like. So without much further ado, let's get started. Common myth number 1. It's just sand and there's nothing to see. Wrong! You are so wrong. I mean, let me just start by saying that Pakistan is one of the most diverse countries in terms of landscape. From the beaches by the Arabian Sea in the south of the country to some of the world's highest mountains up north. The world's second highest mountain, K2, is in Pakistan. In fact, they have so many mountains that are between 4,000 and 5,000 meters that they've stopped even naming them. Now, if you think that Mont Blanc is a big deal in Europe, come to Pakistan. It wouldn't even have a name here. But on a more serious note, Pakistan has some of the most diverse and beautiful landscapes I've seen. In fact, one destination called Swat is often compared to Switzerland and often called the Switzerland of Asia. But those of us in the know that Switzerland really is the Swat of Europe. But beyond that, there's also all the cities, the bustling metropolises. Karachi in the south, with over 20 million people who live there. Then you've got Lahore, a cultural capital, with mosques and architecture dating back to the Mughal era. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to see. It's not just sand. In fact, there is not that much sand here. Just come and see it for yourself. Common myth number 2. The people are violent and hostile and hate Americans. Not true. Just simply not true. The people of Pakistan are some of the most welcoming and hospitable people I've met on all of my travels. I can't even tell you how many times I have been offered chai, tea, or to come for dinner, or to stay at someone's place, or to be helped out, or to try something, or to do something, or to go somewhere together. I receive invitations to do stuff from people that don't know me on a daily basis just because I am a tourist here and just because I am a guest here. I think Pakistanis often pride themselves on being the most welcoming nation in the world. And in fact, one of the ethnic groups that live here and that make up much of Pakistan's society, the Pathans, they have something called the Pashtunwali, which is a code of honor. And in this code of honor, it says that guests should be treated well. Common myth number 3. Women are all oppressed here. Look, during my time here, I have met so many incredible, strong-willed, independent, ambitious women. In fact, all of my friends are either entrepreneurs, own their own companies, work in big corporations, or are content creators or artists. Women who have their opinions and who are not afraid to voice them. Women who work for themselves. I know, of course, that in certain parts of the country, if you go to some of the more rural, conservative areas, you might encounter more patriarchal attitudes towards women. Of course, that's true. But that is also true of many other countries, not just Pakistan. But one thing that for sure you need to remember is that the women of Pakistan are the backbone of this country. And trust me, they won't be afraid to tell you that themselves. Alright, common myth number 4. When you come here, you have to cover up even if you're a foreign woman. That's simply very, very untrue. Okay, I'll admit, I probably wouldn't wear shorts in Pakistan, But that really goes for any other country in this entire region. When you come to Pakistan, all you need to remember is dress relatively modestly, but nothing special. It's not like you have to wear a head covering. It's not like you have to wear a long abaya or anything like that. I normally just go out wearing jeans and a t-shirt or a shirt. As for the question of whether you should wear a headscarf, whether you have to wear a headscarf, no, you don't. I would only wear one out of respect when I go to a place of worship, like a mosque, or perhaps if I'm in a seriously conservative area, which normally you wouldn't go to anyway as a tourist. So yeah, wear pretty much whatever you want within the bounds of reason. Misconception number 5. If you come to Pakistan, you won't get a visa to India. Well, it's true. Pakistanis do have a problem entering India and vice versa. But if you're a foreigner and you have nothing to do with the India-Pakistan conflict, then you have nothing to do with the India-Pakistan conflict. I have previously entered India, Pakistan, and I never had any issues. I was never asked any questions. You can even cross from one country to the other via a crossing in Lahore. Come on, myth number 6. People don't know how to party here. Very, very wrong. People do know how to party here. Oh yes, I've seen people party like crazy. Now, if you're talking alcohol, because I know that a lot of people wonder about this before coming to Pakistan, you know, the alcohol ban isn't 100%. Yes, Muslims are not allowed to buy or sell or consume alcohol in Pakistan. But if you're a foreigner or if you're a Christian living here, then you can actually get your hands on some beer or whatever it is that you want. There is even a local brewery here which operates legally and which sells alcohol in cities like Lahore and Karachi and Islamabad perfectly legally to foreigners and to Christians. But, you know, I would advise that if you come to Pakistan, you kind of get into the ordinary way of life and you respect the customs and you get into the culture. So yeah, that information was only if you're particularly desperate. But moving on to common myth number 7. And this is a big one. Pakistan is not safe. This is a pretty difficult one, but it's probably the most commonly asked question that I get as someone who has traveled here quite a lot. People message me all the time on Instagram asking this very question. Is it safe or is it not safe? My answer is yes, it's safe. It is actually safe. Pakistan is a very safe country to visit, which goes against probably what you have heard and probably what you have been fed by Western media. Because, you know, the only news in the West that we hear about Pakistan is when something blows up or when people die. But the reality of the situation on the ground is that this country is safe for tourists. And traveling around Pakistan, I never felt unsafe. There was only one moment I remember when I traveled to the southern province of Balochistan and we were driving up to this beautiful beach. There was nobody around us. Suddenly I turn around and I see that there's another car behind us that wasn't there before. And as we turn, we make different turns, that car followed us all along the way and kept very, very close. Eventually, we stopped by the beach and the car stopped with us. I get out of my car and I see another person getting out of that car. And by that time, I'm nervous. I'm not sure who this is. This isn't a person that I know, that any of my friends knew. And that person comes up to me and he looks me in the eye and he says, "Thank you. Thank you for being here." I felt so stupid. I was like, oh, that's what it is. Again, another Pakistani person coming up to me and being simply welcoming because I'm there. I'm one of the very few tourists there. So that's what happened. On a personal note, in terms of, day-to-day safety, as a woman, especially as a foreign woman, I guess, you get the kind of attention and concern that many locals even themselves don't receive. Whether that's fair or not, I'm not sure, but I just love being able to experience someone else's life and then say thank you for their hospitality at the end. All right, we're coming to a close, boys and girls, and there's only one more point that I want to make, and this is point 8, myth number 8 that I want to be debunking right now in front of you right here. And that myth is that Pakistan is a terrorist country. You've probably heard this before. I've certainly heard this one many times. And now, first of all, I don't even know what a terrorist country is. What is it exactly? Is it meant to be like a terrorist government, or a place that's swarming with terrorists, or people are terrorists? I don't know, but Pakistan is none of those things. Pakistan has had a very difficult history, primarily because of its geographical location. But that doesn't make it a terrorist country. If you ask an ordinary person on the street, really anyone, about their views, about what they think about terrorists and terrorism, they will tell you exactly what your people back home will tell you. That it's wrong, and that it's terrible, and that it doesn't fit in with the ideals of their religion. So no, Pakistan is not a terrorist country. Pakistan is a country of beautiful, kind, welcoming people with great souls and deep hearts, and people who deserve to have their image and their nation represented in a fair way. So, I hope that if you're considering to visit Pakistan, that you come here, that you take your time exploring, that you agree with me on all of these points, and that you bring back home the same vision as I know I will. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about coming to Pakistan, don't hesitate to DM me on my Instagram right here. And if you have any other myths or misconceptions that you feel I should address, anything about Pakistan that I should debunk, leave a comment below. And of course, if you enjoyed this vlog, then I would love it if you subscribed to my YouTube channel or my Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.